My neighbor lost 5 feet of property and completely lost her mind. For context, when my husband and I bought our house in 2018, we figured the property line stretched a few feet past our driveway. No big deal. We'd mow a couple passes into that strip of lawn and keep it neat. The woman behind us, in her 60s or 70s, was civil enough. A wave here, a polite word there, nothing dramatic. But when her husband passed away in 2020, she hired a lawn service. That's when everything shifted. Our bedroom windows face the driveway, and those old panes don't block sound at all. Every week at 7 a.m., like clockwork, a riding mower and leaf blower would roar down our driveway 10 feet from our heads. Imagine being woken up by that when you've barely gotten to sleep. One morning, my husband had enough. He walked outside and told the young guy mowing, "This is my driveway. It's not a shortcut to her backyard." The kid apologized immediately. Simple. Done. But not for her. From that moment, it was like a switch flipped. We'd gone from neighbors she waved at to sworn enemies. It started small. My teenage son was raking leaves one fall, piling them up by the curb like the town requires. She stormed out, furious, yelling that he was dumping them on her lawn. He pointed at the telephone pole and said, "I thought the line started here." She snapped back that it didn't. My son shrugged, but she stomped back to her house seething. Then there was the day I saw her crouching painfully to pick up sticks. She clearly had back problems, and I tried to be kind. I called over, "Hey, do you want some help?" She didn't even turn around, just barked no, like I'd insulted her. That's when I realized this wasn't about yard work or leaves. This was about her grudge. The pettiness ramped up. One afternoon, my husband rinsed out our trash can and dumped the water near the curb where the storm drains run. She came storming over, shouting at him like he was a teenager. He looked her dead in the eye and said, "I'm not some kid you can yell at. Leave me alone." A week later, a surveyor showed up. She wanted the official line drawn, and here's the kicker. The results weren't in her favor. Turns out she actually owned about 5 feet less than she thought. That telephone pole my son had pointed to, pretty much the real boundary. We laughed. She sulked. And from then on, the Cold War began. Soon after, the paranoia started. One night I was loading my husband's car for work and caught her standing in her window with some random guy, both of them staring at me like they were filming a spy thriller. My husband stepped outside, and the guy rushed over, accusing us of harassing her. My husband told him to back off. Minutes later, flashing lights. Cops at our driveway. The outcome? Everyone got trespassed off each other's property. She even sobbed to the police that our security cameras were pointing in her windows. The officer told her, flat out, they can have 100 cameras if they want. That didn't calm her down. Instead, she escalated. A week later, her daughter cut down a huge bush and mounted a camera aimed directly into our garage and backyard. My husband just laughed and said, "Fine, I'll get 3 more pointing right back." At this point, it felt less like a neighborhood dispute and more like a surveillance arms race. Then came the fence. Survey flags went up, crews showed up, and by the end of the day,